Hey guys, welcome back, and today I'm going to teach you how to get the Randy Rhoads tone. Now, before I start anything, this is how I get my tone, of how I interpret Randy's tone with the equipment that I have. I don't have a pedal board, I think I've mentioned once before. I don't have a pedal board or anything like that, no like extra effects besides what I have on my amp. So the settings and the effects I use in my amp are the way I get my Rhoads tone. You guys may have the MXR Distortion Plus and the equalizer and everything and a Dunlop wall, but you can use that and you can figure out the settings that I'm getting ready to tell y'all, and you can like tune them up a little bit to make them sound like this, but make them with the effects pedal instead of the amp. But this is just how I get my Rhoads tone through just my amp and just like playing styles that help me get that sort of tone. But to start, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about Randy. Never had a really deep tone. He always had a bright, like very high pitched sounding like guitar and just like a tone and everything. So there's not going to be a whole lot of bass. So the first setting is going to be the bass, and you're only going to turn it down to 2 because it's not really sludgy. Because in the documentary, Randy said he never liked sludgy like riffs. That's why he never liked Sabbath really much, but he did respect them. But he never had a sludgy tone, so it was always like very high pitched and just very sharp. It was just the next thing you're going to try to mid. You're going to try to like equalize everything with the mid and put it to 5, and it kind of equalizes everything with the treble that you're going to have. The treble makes it more high pitched and it gives it more of a crunchy tone. So you're going to hit your bass to 2, your mid to 5, and you're going to hit your treble to 6. And it kind of gives it that Rhoads tone that I've looked for a while, and this is the best I've got so far. Now that it was a very short little demonstration, but this is how I get my Rhoads tone. I'll also use half a delay and half of reverb to give it more of like, well, and Randy in the studio, he always double and triple check his riffs and solos and everything, which made it sound like even more like high pitched and just awesome and beautiful and everything. So you can kind of hear a little bit of delay to give it as if it's like double track. So that's what I kind of get is like, because he uses live tone, and instead of using and like double tracking and triple tracking his riffs and solos live, he would use chorus flange and phasers to get that sort of as if it was played double or something. But yeah, that's very simple on how to get that Rhoads tone. Again, you can get these by using the effects pedals. You can look up on Guitar World Ultimate Guitar and look up his pedal board and everything. That'll give you a brief explanation of what he used live and what he used in the studio. But yeah, this is how I get my Randy Rhoads tone with my amp and my settings. So it's going to be bass 2, mid 5, and treble 6 to give it that sort of Randy Rhoads like esque type tone. I think I've got the Blizzard. This more emulates the Blizzard of Oz tone. I'm not, because on Diary of Madman he tuned it down a half step on most of the tracks instead of SATO, but he used half step down tuning, which gave it a more of a dark tuning, and which like you can add a little bit more bass to get that Diary of Madman tone. You can probably turn the bass to like 3 or 4 to give that like diary tone. But I usually just play on standard tuning, so I try to figure out the Blizzard tone a little bit more, and I think I got it down as much as I can until I get a pedal board and more stuff to get like a better amp and effects and everything. But that is how you get your Randy Rhoads tone with minimal equipment used. But this is how I get mine, and I think it's a very good just little thing that can help you get that Rhoads tone without having to get expensive equipment like I have. Like this is only a couple $100, the amp and everything. You get a little bit of reverb, a little bit of delay, bass, mid, treble, and you've knocked it down to a certain degree. But you can play Crazy Train, and you can play it by the record and everything, and it'll sound exact. I do that all the time to sort of practice and make sure I'm playing everything correctly. So yeah, it's really fun to just play around with because you can just play it by the record and it's really fun. Like you can do "Steal Away the Nile" sounds somewhat like it. But now it also depends on how you pick and everything. Like, but yeah, long story. I'm ranting, but long story short, this is how you get your Randy Rhoads tone. You can just like play instead of palm muting. You can just kind of play open a little bit and kind of like spread your fingers out a little bit. Obviously, you'll have to a little bit palm mute to just get a little bit of that pitch harmonic he does is in the natural harmonics, like all that different type of stuff. But again, this is how you get your Randy Rhoads tone with minimal equipment required. Bass 2, mid 5, treble 6. And that is all for today. Thank you guys for coming in. And like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment what other stuff you guys want me to do. Like, ask me if you want any more, like just different, like trying to nail down tones and everything. I'll show you guys what I can get to a certain degree of that certain tone, because I'm sure I'll end up getting more equipment over time. But for now, this is the closest I'm going to get. And comment down what you guys think about what I've gotten so far. How do you think it sounds? But to end, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.